So here at the KX Capital Market Summit, we're really talking about what gives our customers a competitive edge, finding alpha. Ultimately, it's about the strategies that are going to outperform the markets. And any company that is serious about doing that is going to be orientated today around data and AI and the application of data in their algorithm development, which ultimately drives their trading execution and risk management strategies. We talk about survival of the fastest because ultimately it's the speed of response to changing market conditions, either by detecting an opportunity that others have not yet seen, or by exploiting a change that's occurring in real time. And to do that, KX facilitates the ability to bring together your historical data with real-time streaming information and doing pattern detection on the fly, which allows you to then trigger your algorithmic trading strategies. So bringing all of that together is what really underpins this claim that we make, that we can enable our customers to not just survive, but actually thrive in the capital markets. So one of the most important challenges facing us today when it comes to the implementation of AI in a highly regulated, compliance-orientated market like capital markets is to understand which aspects of AI are appropriate for adoption in that context at this point in time. I think we're all familiar with the idea that generative AI is transforming the world, and truly it is, but it comes with a cost. And unless you understand how to mitigate the risks associated with that, the challenges that you're going to find yourself in a situation that could have been avoided and should have been avoided. What we're finding is that some of the innovations coming out of generative AI, such as similarity search, is appropriate for adoption in a highly regulated environment, but it needs to be applied in the right way to structured data. So where the blend of unstructured and structured data offers opportunity for us to be able to gain better insight, there's certainly more than 5 times as much unstructured data available than structured data. It's actually the application of new techniques into the structured data environment that's really bringing the value today in capital markets. So our view is that AI is not just for business, but that our customers have an impact on the world around us. And it's our customers' customers and our customers' users that we see as ultimately the beneficiaries. If you think about it, 3/4 of the world's economy is dependent on capital markets today. And that means that the things that we take for granted, like healthcare, like retirement planning, like education, are ultimately funded from this same source. If we can enable our customers to do well in the capital economy, all of the things that they invest in and support will be long-term beneficiaries as well. One of the areas that we're very excited about at KX is the opportunity in healthcare, and specifically in the ability to deliver and develop new treatments and forms of treatment using AI. That's just a simple example where the work that we do with capital markets customers is benefiting far many more sectors that are dependent on those financial partners for their well-being. I think every company today is on a journey when it comes to AI, and some are further down the path than others. In fact, in capital markets, there's probably more experience with AI in general than almost anywhere else, and that's because of the difference that it can make. Using machine learning techniques, for example, has transformed the way that capital markets work today. Algorithmic trading is essentially built on that premise. Well, generative AI is extending that further now, bringing in new state-based models and other ways of interpreting and using data. But let's go back to basics for a second and just realize that AI is really about using data. And if your data strategy is not in place, anything you do with that data in the context of AI is going to lead you to places you don't want to go. And so what we're finding is that the first conversation that our clients want to have with us is really about that data environment, and specifically building the right data pipelines. Data that has been normalized, data that has a consistent way of dealing with time. And this idea of time orientation is so crucial in the world of AI. The ability to understand the recency of data is critical. If you use ChatGPT today, it will pull data that is 100 years old and treat it in the same way as data that came from 6 months ago. That's just not appropriate in many contexts, particularly in capital markets. And so being able to get our data orientated the right way, structured the right way, accessible, available, and then crucially, the ability to be able to analyze that data without having to export it or transform it or load it somewhere else. We do that for two reasons. One is performance, because by being able to operate in the data itself, we can derive results, insights from that with the shortest possible time, so minimal latency. But secondly, because of cost. Moving data around is complex and expensive. Replicating data replicates cost. So being able to understand how to manage the data environment and surface that data in a way that can then be used for model development, for calibration, refinement, and algorithm development in general, that's the business of KX. That's what we do for our clients on their journey towards AI.